really cool stories with DMX. So I still remember this trip because you know, at the time, it's like when things are starting. So when you get that first call to go on the road and work with some of these big acts, I mean, you know, it's exciting. I remember the plane ride. I remember my guy Chad, he bought me a PSP at the time for the plane ride because he asked me, he's like, yo, you got PSP? I was like, no, what the fuck is, no, how do I have that? You know, you're like in the beginning, it's like you're broke. You're like, you don't have money like that to buy PSP. So I remember everything. I remember Chad buying me a PSP. Got on the flight. We landed in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yep. Stayed there. You know, Arizona's beautiful, by the way. And we ended up going to, before we went to the studio, this is a crazy story. Like DMX, it's weird. We couldn't get him in the studio. So for a week straight, it was almost like I was watching Chad like court him to get him to go to the studio. So, you know, for the entire week, we're going out to eat. We're driving quads around the desert. I remember at one point, like, I'm smoking with DMX. We're watching Family Guy. Like, that was like a surreal moment for me, you know? And finally, like, it took about a week. We finally got him in the studio. It was a beat I did. It was a song called Dog Love. We actually had, like, A. Marie jumped on it. She was a singer in that time. Keisha Cole actually recorded one. Hook too. I mean, that was an exciting time. It was just, but it was a learning process for me to see what it takes to get some of these artists like focused, like in the studio, especially at that point in his career where he's had like numeral like number one albums. Like he had like 5 or 4 or something like that. So at this point in his career, he's like, the fuck, like why am I going to do another album? So yeah, that was cool to see the process and see how people interact. Being with Wadeen, who's Swiss Beats' uncle. He's like the head of Rough Riders, and like learning about like Swiss Beats and like all these, you know, people that, you know, I ended up working with later. So